All right, so this is my nonverbal final. My name is Matthew Dankinger. So my introduction. I'm going to be doing my PowerPoint slide on chronemics, and chronemics is considered to be the use of time. So here is a little bit more background information on chronemics. Chronemics is how humans perceive, structure, and use time. Chronemics is used in our everyday lives all the time, no matter what you're doing. Whether you're looking at your phone, going on a walk, you're always using time to base things off of. Time can send messages to one another. So let's say you're late to someplace, that can send a message that you don't care about the place you're going to. Or if you're early, you do care. Measurement of time is human-made. So time is just a social construct that humans made. Time such as seconds, days, months, years, millennia are all human-made that have highly affected mankind and how we live as a human species. So I chose chronemics to focus on for my final because time is something that I have always kind of struggled with, as far as like sometimes not being early to places, sometimes arriving late. In high school, I would show up late to classes. For example, my junior year of high school, I had a class at 7:55 a.m. and I rolled in after 8 every single day. Another example, like when my friends are going somewhere, I tend to forget something on my way out the door. I have to go back in, keep my friends waiting. That's another example of why I want to work on my use of chronemics. I have been late to work. Like it wasn't a big deal. Like I didn't get fired or anything, but it's just something that I noticed I did, and I never really did anything about it because my boss really didn't care. I'd show up a few minutes late probably. And I want to be more considerate to people and their time because I understand that time is valuable and it is something that you can't get back. So I'm going to be going over what informal, technical, and formal time is. And these are all definitions according to the textbook by Guerrero, Floyd, and Burgoon. Informal time is the loosely defined system of time that is implicit and learned through experiences with the culture and usually outside conscious awareness. So this is something through, for example, like work culture. In America, you're expected to arrive 10 to 5 minutes earlier than when you start, and that's just through culture. Technical time is what we think of as clock time. It is the scientific and precise measurement of time. That's just time right on the dot. Like you say you're going to be somewhere at 3:30, you show up at 3:30. Formal time refers to the traditional ways that time is viewed and organized within a given culture. So as far as how to improve my chronemics, I'm going to go over a few different ideas. So psychological time orientation, and all these also are definitions from the book. So it relates to the pattern of our ideas and expectations about time, and it varies both from person to person and from culture to culture. So this is basically saying that chronemics changes over culture, and based on my culture, I realize that I need to start showing up earlier, which means getting ready earlier for things. Orientations towards time and space. When people reason with something abstract, which is time, they have a tendency to imagine something concrete that the abstract entity is similar to and then reason about that thing instead. So instead of seeing time as just this made-up thing, if you compare time to an event, you're more likely to show up on time to that event. And this allows me to see time as not just something abstract. If I begin to look at something more concrete, I will begin to arrive earlier to functions and events. So for my conclusion, chronemics is something that I need to focus on if I want to better myself, and I can better myself if I arrive to places on time. And here is a slide to just engage the audience since we can't meet in person anymore. So I just wrote down a few questions. I'll just read them off. Do you believe personally that seeing time as something concrete, real, instead of something abstract, not real, would help someone arrive on time to events? Because time is completely a human-made thing, how do you believe the world would be ran right now in today's world if we never invented time? And then lastly, what would be some suggestions you would give out to someone who struggles with arriving to places on time? And then here is my works cited, and this is from the textbook because I quoted some definitions in my slides. Thank you.